Om Namaste. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day today. Today, I want to talk to you about, are you walking into a room and asking yourself, what can I get from this environment versus how can I be a blessing? Is your mindset in a place where you see lack and you must take so you feel abundant? Or is it at a mindset where you feel abundant and you want to give because you feel like you have so much? It might not seem important, but this is huge in my life. Through testimony, I can say that I've been on both sides. I used to not make a lot of money. I used to mess with smoking weed and partying and thinking that I had to run away from my problems because they were too much and my life sucked. So it was easier to just create this imaginary world where everything felt right than to address the things that were not right. And I hit rock bottom many times where I realized that I was just living an illusion. I was just creating this fake utopia where I just felt good temporarily and then I would jump from another thing and another thing to keep feeling good. Very lackful mentality, like I said before. Seeing the world broken, so needing to take things, substances, take advantage of people, take advantage of situations. And this led to just depression, stress, anxiety, feeling of not being in control, of not being stable. And just recently, I've started to really shift my perspective to a place of, well, I still have problems. I still have things that don't seem to go the way I would want them to. But instead of running from them, let me at least acknowledge that some people don't even have these problems, that these problems can actually be blessings. If I complain about my car breaking down, for example, sure, everybody's had that happen and it sucks. But you could flip it and say to yourself, well, at least I have a car. There's people that are in the world that don't even have a car. They probably will never have a car. They have to walk everywhere because where they live, they can't afford it. And here I am complaining about something, seeing something in a way where it produces a feeling of lack. So it's the things themselves, and I've said this before, the circumstances in our life do not create our state of being. It's our state of being that we can use to either bless or curse our circumstances. And it's up to every single one of you to acknowledge this and to start living from a place of abundance, a place of blessing, a place of, I have so much that I'm going to take the time to bless people, however it may look, whether it's give back to the community and serve, whether it's leave a tip for someone at a restaurant so that they can bless their families with their money, with that money. It could even be words of encouragement like I do here on Facebook. Everyone has a different way of blessing. So we can't all bless the same way. If you're a mechanic, you can bless people by working on their cars, versus if you're a teacher, you can help someone by tutoring them. And once again, if you're a mechanic with lack in mind, you're going to charge, probably overcharge. If you're a mechanic with abundance, you're going to probably not charge or charge very minimal. So it's up to you to, number one, count all your blessings, find what your blessings are. It could be how you speak, how you inspire, the work you do, the time you have, and then use those blessings to go out and bless others. And don't even see them as your blessings. See who you are today as what God or higher intelligence or your higher self has cultivated you to be. And thank higher intelligence for giving you what you have today to bless people with. When I write my post or when I speak to you on these videos, I don't take the credit for it. I know that it's being channeled through me, that I am simply just here in an open space and I'm allowing a force to come through and to bless others. And the more I wholeheartedly resonate with that, the pure and the stronger and the more in line with what the world is going through the messages are. And it can get tricky because my ego, recently I've been getting a lot more feedback on what I'm doing, and it's very tricky because my ego can very easily grab hold of it and say, look how good you're doing. Look how amazing things are starting to go for you. And although that sounds like a great positive thought, there's still some deception in there because it's making me subtly take credit as if it's coming from me, as if this brain, this human brain is creating what I'm creating, what I'm blessing people with. And I'm not, and it's not. It's coming from a much deeper, infinite, abundant place that we must all learn to tune into and cultivate so that it continues to nourish us, it continues to bless us, and we become a channel for blessing for others. One little disclaimer: when you start finding your blessings and you start blessing others, you will be tested. There will be things that will happen that are going to deter you from being a blessing. All your insecurities will creep up and convince you that you're overdoing it. People are taking advantage of you. You're getting punked. You're blessing your enemies and they're just spitting on you, metaphorically speaking. And this is where the rubber hits the road, because your anger can very easily hijack what you're doing and make you hold back your blessings, because you might not want to bless somebody that hurt you because you feel they don't deserve it. But maybe your blessing that you're holding back is the very thing that's going to change them and make them a blessing to other people. So try not to think that you have the whole picture, because you never will. The way Source works in this realm cannot be fully interpreted with our small minds. So we must trust, we must have faith that we will stay in the grace of God if we make blessing and love a priority in our life. It's not going to be easy. It's a lot easier to just judge and criticize and complain and blame, because it fills you up with this temporary sense of entitlement. It's a lot harder to be humble and be vulnerable and be patient, and at times get blamed for things that aren't even your fault, and yet still have the strength, the courage to press on and to grind through the valley of shadows. So please, everyone, make sure you count your blessings and you do everything in your power to hold them as your weapons for love, for truth. You will reap what you sow. Just don't do it for the reaping. Do it for the sense of having the ability to sow so much. Focus on the sowing, and you will leave a trail of reaping everywhere you go. And you will be known as somebody that's blessed, because people will watch you and see how everything you touch turns to gold. I love you. Till next time, peace.